Joey, you guys have a good game there on Monday, but what are the things you look to improve upon for tonight's game?
Yeah, I think we laid the foundation out in a couple of shifts of what we need to do to be successful. I think it's just continuing to be smart with the puck, especially in the neutral zone and coming up ice. I think making sure we make their defensemen turn and skate back at pucks into their own end, and we can get some forechecking pressure on them and keep the puck in their end as much as possible at night.
You guys, really, it seemed like every line had at least one shift out there where they held possession for the whole time the shift occurred. What goes into making that successful for you, and is that part of the plan tonight?
Definitely. I think we talk a lot about having good changes in the ozone and finding the right times to do that, and you can get fresh guys out there. We had a couple different sequences where we held possession, kept it in their end, and guys started to funnel into changes, and that just led to sustained ozone for the next line to come out. And I think, like I said, the more we can be smart with the puck and put it behind them and go win pucks back, we'll find ourselves in the offensive zone more times than not tonight.
Next one goes to Nick Barden. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Joey, with you being so close to Adam Brooks and him finally getting on the board for the first time since March 1st, what do you think that last game meant to him in terms of his confidence level?
I think it was huge. I think, obviously probably a little bit of weight lifted off his shoulders, and, not to say that the plays haven't been there, but it's just nice. I know having been through stuff like that, it's nice to finally get one on the board and to help contribute in a big way with a key goal for us. And, he's a big part of our team, and that's a guy that we like to have going. So it's nice to see him get rewarded for his hard work.
The next one goes to Joshua Cloak. Go ahead, Joshua.
Hey, Joey, a few weeks ago, you said that you've noticed kind of night and day changes in your skating, thanks to working with Barb. Now that you've had more and more games under your belt, I'm just curious, what does that improved skating allow you to do on the ice that maybe you didn't do before?
I think the biggest thing would be just kind of say, in the offensive zone, getting a puck in the corner, being able to spin off a guy, maybe hold a guy while I'm moving and then cut back on them and accelerate out of that turn to gain a little bit of separation to be able to make the next play or pass. And on top of that, just the overall foot speed I've had, I think is improved compared to where I came from. So those two things have really impacted my ability to gain a little bit of separation off a defenseman. And, I think it's been big in retrieving pucks for our team.
And switching gears here, Timothy Liljegren is up, with the taxi squad right now. He's a player that has kind of always just been on the verge of getting into the NHL, and that's something that I think you know a lot about. I'm just curious, what's something, we on the outside don't see about how hard it is to make that jump from the AHL to the NHL?
I just think you gotta find a way to stand out in every game. I know, especially as a forward. I mean, when Lily gets in a game, he'll hopefully see a little more ice time than a guy getting into the fourth line up front. But if you see 8 minutes a night, you gotta be ready to go, and you gotta provide some kind of it factor that someone else isn't, to be able to stick and to stay in that position. I think that can be the toughest thing to do night in and night out, because everyone can jump in there and do something once or twice, but it's whether you can do it regularly over the course of a season. And it's just finding ways to impact a game, I think, and taking advantage of those opportunities that you get.